Selamat malam Mbak Yusnita. Oke, hari ini adalah this is our 8th meeting of English Morpho Syntax class in Open University. I'm glad that today I can meet you online on the air. I wish you have a great day, so you still have energy to join with our class. How are you today? Okay, I'm good. It's getting cold now. So just keep warm. Don't forget to wear your thick jacket to make you warm. Okay, so how many students joined today? Let me see. Okay, there are 4 students participating in our class. I'm happy about that. It's good. Since I know that all of you are busy, thanks for joining my class. So today we are talking the chapter 8 on page. If you have your own book, you can open your book on page 8.1. The title is Diagrammation Forms and Hierarchy Constituent. Have you found the page? Hello? Can you open your book please on page 8.1? It is on chapter 8. Okay, perfect. So the day discussion. This is our agenda. So I will read first the description of our chapter today. Sentences have structure that can be represented by phrase structure trees containing synthetic categories. Phrase structure trees reflect the speaker's mental representation of sentences. There is a relationship between phrase structure rules and phrase structure trees in a sentence which can be represented by trees. So today we will analyze sentences using tree structure. Maybe this is a new term for you. We also have a term that in linguistics we will analyze sentences using phrase and phrase structure. What is it? Okay, then don't miss this class and we will discuss about this. And this is our agenda. First, make a diagram form phrase and phrase structure. And the second one, we will describe hierarchy constituent, form, and function any subordination. And the last one, we will explain about constituent coordination. But next, before we going further to our discussion tonight, I would like to review a little bit about last week's classes. Did you still remember that last week we talked the chapter 7 and the very last chapter there was a term conditional sentences, and I think it is very important for you to review a little bit about this chapter to give you a vivid description about the conditional sentences. Okay, now let's get started. So in conditional sentences, ada yang masih ingat apa artinya conditional sentences? Do you still remember the meaning of conditional sentences? in Indonesia. Yep, conditional sentences is kalimat pengandaian. Nah, there are four types of conditional sentences. Zero conditional. What does it mean, zero conditional? It means that it's used for expressing something in the present, the real or factual situation. So when you want to express something that factual, the real situation as it is, you can use the first types. And the second one is the first conditional used for a future real or factual situation. It it seems that you want to express you want to express your wish to someone, and it's still possible to happen. For example, this is the same. If I drink coffee tonight, I won't sleep well. So that's true. If I drink coffee tonight, I won't sleep well. In the future, or if I drink coffee tonight, I will not get sleep well. So the fact is possible to happen to me if I drink coffee now. That's why, for expressing something that can be happen in the future, we can use first conditional. And the second conditional is used for present or something in the future but unreal. So the second conditional used for expressing something that cannot be reached, that couldn't be reached by us in the future. If I drank coffee tonight, I wouldn't sleep well. Or the third conditional, this is in the past unreal, or the other word is impossible to happen. So when we want to express something that impossible for us to reach, we can use the third conditional. So I will show you another example that makes you clearer about this. You can see that there are three columns. There are three vertical columns in this grid: conditional, main clause, and use. For example, from the zero conditional, if plus present simple and when plus present simple. For example, if you freeze the water, it turns into ice. It's absolutely certain fact that happened. That's the zero conditional. So the other word, kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia, zero conditional itu bukan pengandaian, tapi itu ya, it certainly happened. So it's like a cause and effect. When you explain cause and effect, you can use zero conditional, the real cause and effect. Next one is first conditional. When do you use the first conditional? When something that possible situation in the future. When it possible to happen, you can use the first conditional. For example, if you study, you will pass. Unless you study, you won't pass. Unless means if not. If you don't pass, you won't pass. So to express something that possible to happen in the future, you can use the first conditional. That's why, because this one is possible to happen in the future, you need to use present tense. And the next one is second conditional. What is second conditional? It means that hypothetical or improbable situation in the present or future. Actually, second conditional means it's possible to happen, but it doesn't happen. So in Bahasa Indonesia, we can call the second conditional is. Mhm. Hmm, not perkiraan. Kalau perkiraan itu masuknya bisa first conditional. Tapi kalau second conditional ini it's like sebenarnya bisa terjadi. Actually it can be happen, but the fact it's not happen. Sebenarnya itu bisa terjadi, tapi itu tidak terjadi. Itu untuk second condition. Jadi pengandaian. Contohnya, if I had money, I would buy a new car. Dia menggunakan pengandaiannya itu menggunakan past tense. Ya. Yeah. So, ya. Yeah. Betul sekali. That's great. So, start from the second and third conditional, we have to make the fact. Usually the fact is contrastive, the opposite of the conditional. Biasanya faktanya untuk yang kedua dan ketiga itu on contrary with the conditional itself. For example, if I had money, I would buy a new car. If I had. Then, yeah, that's true. The fact is, I don't have money, so I will not buy a car. Or the fact is, I don't have money, so I cannot buy. Yeah. And also this one, if I were you. So this is the mhm. if you if you want to imagine that you are another person, you have to use I were. Jadi kalimat I were itu dipakai untuk mengandaikan, misalnya kalau aku jadi kamu, itu bukan if I wish you, but if I were you. Please note this. So when you want to say, for example, you want to suggest your friends or you want to give advice to your friends, if I were you, I won't take that chance. Or if I were you, I will go. Nah, the last one is third conditional. What is the third conditional? The third conditional is impossible to happen. So, do you see the difference? The second conditional, actually it's possible to happen, but it's not. It's possible to happen, but it's not. The second conditional. But the third conditional, it's impossible to happen. This is unreal. It's too high for you to dream about that. For example, if I had won the lottery, I would have bought a new car. So the fact is, I didn't win. I didn't win the lottery and I didn't buy any car. So the fact for the third conditional we use past tense, and the fact for the second conditional we use present tense. Now let's move to the exercise. First, I have 3 sentences and I need your help to answer these 3 sentences. Okay, anyone willing to answer question number 1? Anyone who can join with us and answer question number 1? Mhm. Okay, sure. Okay, good, perfect. So if you go out with your friends tonight, I will watch the football match on TV. That's good because this is conditional sentence type 1. we use present tense. Next, thanks Mbak Rini. Yang lain, number 2. Ya, silakan. Sorry, can you repeat once more? I would. Please remember this is conditional sentence type 1. I will show you once more the conditional types 1. The first conditional, we use if and present simple and will and present tense. Infinitive. So please remember that first conditional is possible situation in the future. So when you talk something that possible to happen, you use present tense. If I, it should be, there is if in the second sentence. So the first one is I I will earn a lot of money if I get that job. That's the truth. In the future, if I will earn a lot of money if I get that job. That should be the right answers. Thank you for trying. Okay, next number 3. Anyone want to try? Mhm. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Good. This is the conditional sentence type 1. Now we move to conditional sentences type 2. Okay, I will recall first. Please remember that the second conditional type 2, this is something that actually possible to happen in the future, but it's not happen. Those we use if and past simple and would or could plus infinitive. Okay, go. Who will go first? Sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So, what is the fact from this sentence? He didn't. The conditional is correct, but the fact isn't. The fact should be in present tense. Mm-hmm. He did. He doesn't. Okay, good. Next, number 2. Anyone? Okay, sure. Okay, good. So I would buy these shoes if they fit. What is the fact? Mm-hmm. Okay, because they don't fit. Good. Last one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you repeat once more? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't know the answer. What is the fact? What is the fact of the last sentence? Mm-hmm. Next, conditional type 3. Please remember I will show you the conditional types 3. It shows something impossible to happen. So we use if and past perfect, would, could, might, have, plus preposition. Don't forget that we use would, could, might, and have. Or would have, could have, might have. Next, this one. Using past perfect. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, good. So if we had listened to the radio, we would have heard the news. What is the fact? We don't listen or we didn't listen. Hmm. Yeah, because the conditional in past perfect, so the fact is in past. We didn't hear the news. Okay, good. Next, number two. You would. You forgot to put have after the would. Hmm. Hmm. You wouldn't have. Hmm. Okay, good. So, what is the fact? Hmm. You file offer. Number three, pass. Past perfect. Hmm. Hmm. there is if, so the word should be put in front. She would have came, come. She would have come to our party if she had not been, been, she wouldn't, she had not. Nggak pakai would lagi mbak, karena would-nya ada di depan. Jadi, she would have come to our party if she hadn't been on holiday. Jadi, saya diulang lagi. Okay, perfect. She would have come to our party if she had not been on holiday. Last one. Now I mix the conditional sentences type 1, 2, or 3. So you have to decide it first whether it belong to conditional types 1, types 2, or types 3. For example, I will help you to do number 1. If blah 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 stronger, I'd help you to carry the piano. There is a word I, at. It means that I would. So if the sentences use the word I would, it means that it goes to conditional types too. So it must be, if I were stronger, I'd help you carry the piano. That's the sentence. Next, number 2. Anyone wanna try? Wanna give a try? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look. Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah, we had seen you. Mm-hmm. Number 3. Wanna give a try? Mhm. If we will, or if we meet him tomorrow, we'll say hello. No, there is no to will. Only if clause and will clause. So if we meet him tomorrow, we'll say hello. Just it. Please remember, only one will. The first is if, the second one is will. So it should be, if we meet him tomorrow, we'll say hello. Does it make sense to you? Next, number 4. Okay, actually it close to correct. Had plus past participle. The past participle form for have is had. It should be if, yeah, correct. He had the tools. The first had is for the participle, and the second had is for the verb. Next, number 5. Look, if you drop the face, the first one is drop. What tenses it use? if you drop the face. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. Next. Mm, I would not have passed the exam. Don't forget to put would and have. Next. No, no, no. The sentence before, I wouldn't go to school by bus if it close to correct, but I would had, and the past participle for have is had. Remember, have, had. The third form of have is had. So it should be I wouldn't go to school by bus if I tidak perlu pakai would. Jadi if I had a driving license, what types? What types of conditional sentence is it? One, two, or three? Two, right? I wouldn't go to school by bus if I had a driving license. Mhm. Because we use past tense. So the fact is, I go to school by bus because I don't have a driving license. Next one. Mhm. Okay, good. Next. Mhm. Okay, perfect. Next one, the last one. No. Yeah. Okay, good. Would be stupid if we told him about our secret. Yeah, finally we know the conditional sentences type 1, 2, and 3.